My name is Sandy and welcome to a Hi, my name is Sandy and welcome to a 3-for-1 workout. We have strength, cardio, and core throughout the entire class. This class will last about 50 minutes with 3 separate timing blocks, working on all core, strength, and cardio. You may have a light to medium set of dumbbells. You may have a couple different just in case you want to switch it up. And a mat if you'd like. Let's get started. So we're going to just start with some nice head rolls from side to side, getting the neck warmed up. And from our head down to our shoulders, let's do some big shoulder rolls backwards, opening that chest up, letting the shoulders rotate. Now let's move it forward. There we go. All right, now let's go from our shoulders to our spine. We're going to rotate from side to side. Pushing. There we go. And then take that same rotation over top, stretching the side of the body, and again letting that spine move laterally. All right, now let's do some flexion and extension in our spine. So we're going to round through the belly, pulling the belly back, and then open up, round through the belly, open up. One more time. All right, let's get the hips. We're going to do some hip rolls, just a few out, and then a few in. Just getting that femur moving inside of our hip joint and getting ready so we can work really hard. Let's do one more out, and then let's go back to inside. All right, let's roll out our ankles side to side and the other side. Now let's go and get some movement. So take your feet, put them just outside your hips. Your toes and your knees should always be lined up. We're going to go into a nice squat, so down and up. Pushing the butt back, keeping the chest lifted. That's it. We're just warming up the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings, getting the heart rate to come up just a little bit before we start our workout. We have 3 more, 2, and 1 more. From here, we're going to take it to some lunges. So start with your feet under your hips, so just a little bit wide. We're going to take 1 foot, step it straight back. Our knees and toes are still facing forward. The back heel is up, and we're going to lunge, step up, step back, lunge. So you want to keep your legs about shoulder width apart when you're in that lunge. We're not trying to do a lunge on a tightrope, but more on train tracks. So a little bit more parallel instead of a tightrope. That's going to help you stay more balanced and give you more stability in your lunge so you can work harder. Let's do 2 more on each side. Last one on each. All right, now step your feet out wide, and we're going to reach side to side. Just reaching towards the toe. All right. Awesome. Come on up. Now, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with a 30-15 split. 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. We're going to work through 2 exercises in strength, 2 cardio, and 2 core. Let's get started with our first exercise. We have a deadlift, row, tricep press. So what this is going to look like, it's a deadlift, row, and then you're going to kick back to that tricep press, come down, and stand. All right, let me get my timer started. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're going to go ahead and go into that nice deadlift, flat back, pull the elbows right by the ribs, press back, in and down. Pull, press, in, down. Your head is nice and long and creating a straight line to your tailbone. That's going to really help the back. We're going to become a little stronger and hold. All right, our next exercise, we have a walking burpee. You stay there. We're going to squat, step back, push up, step in, press. Let's go. So squat, step back, push up, step in, curl, and press. In the squat, the knees are wide. Brace your core in that push up. And then the elbows are in, and then stay nice and narrow on that press. You might be starting to feel that heart rate lift as we're using the entire body. All right, we're just gonna repeat those same exercises 2 more times. So we go back to the deadlift, tricep press. Heart rate's up, mine is. This is our strength though. All right, so let's go to that deadlift. So I'm gonna show you from the side. We deadlift, press, in, down. Notice how I have a 90-degree bend in that row. And when I press, I'm gonna come back to that 90 degree before coming down. 90 degree, press, extending the arms. We're starting to feel the work in the back and the triceps as we do this nice combination. Really hitting the body. All right, hold. Back to that walking burpee. We have a few seconds of rest before we need to get started. We're halfway through the strength part of the 30-15 split. All right, legs wide and squat. Step back to plank. You can drop to your knees for this push-up if you'd like. And then we're gonna bring up and do a curl and press up. So in that, if you're dropping to the knees, that's totally cool. It's better to do this and get a full range of motion for your push-up using correct form than to stay on your toes and barely be able to bend your elbows. All right, and hold. All right, we've got 1 more round of each, and then we're done with these 2 exercises. You ready to go? All right, nice breath. Deadlift, row, kick back. So now this is our 3rd time. You may be starting to feel a little bit, hey, I'm not sure I can make it. It's all right. We're gonna push through. We're gonna keep trying. If you feel like, hey, my muscles literally cannot do 1 more, stand up, take a break, and come right back. Or alternate your arms, so you can just do 1 at a time. And hold. All right, last time for the strength. We've got that walking burpee with a push-up. Can you maybe add 2 push-ups this time? Let's try it. Just breathe in. Let's go. 2 push-ups. So I'm doing a tricep push-up, which means my elbows squeeze by my ribs. Whatever push-up works for you is great. For this exercise, I like to keep it nice and narrow so I can move a little quicker. And because I'm balancing on top of these weights. Almost there. All right, guess what? Put your plates down. We're moving into cardio. Our first exercise, 1 squat, 2 lunges. So let's go. It's 1 squat, lunge, lunge. 1 squat, lunge, lunge. Your knees and your toes stay nice and lined up. Your back stays straight as you step back. If you want, you can add a little jumping, a little plyometric work to get the heart rate up. All right, hold. Move number 2. We have high knee 4 times and then a sprint. All right, high knee run in 3, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, sprint. 1, 2, 3, 4, sprint. In the high knees, you drive up, and the sprint is about speed. If you want, lose the impact right here and still keep that difference of pumping the knees and then going for speed. So it's 4 and 4. All right. right, hold. Back to the squat, 2 lunges. This is where we need that heart rate recovery, these 15 seconds. So breathe, take it in. Squat to 2 lunges, squat, lunge, lunge. All right, now let's try to stay a little lower to strengthen the legs, to keep those muscles engaged. We've got this. Heart rate's up, legs are burning. Don't give up. We've got 5 seconds. Hold. Wow. 4 high knees, 4 sprint runs. Are you ready? Halfway through the cardio block. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sprint. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you do the high knees, lean back and drive the knees. And then a sprint a little lower and pump. That's it. That lift of the knee actually works the core in this cardio move. Boom. Come on. And hold. Wow. 1 more block. 1 more each. Then we're done with that. We move on to some core. Breathe. Squat. 2 lunges. Let's go. Come on. So we talked about getting low. Can we add a little speed to get the heart rate up? Come on. Go a little faster. Whatever option you're doing, go harder. Come on. We're almost there. Fight to finish. Woo! And hold. Wow. Done with that. We just have 4 high knees, 4 sprints. You in? Let's go. Now go. You move at your pace. So, are you pumping high? And go fast. Come on. Pump. Boom. That's it. We're almost there. Come on. 5 seconds. Hold. Move into core. If you want, grab your mat and come on down to the ground. I'm going to show you the first exercise. From your knees to your toes, we have a front raise, side, change sides. Front, side, change sides. Your weight is pressed into your hands, shoulders are over your hands, and you shift your weight to the opposite hand. But when we shift our weight, we're not letting our body rock to the side, but keeping it nice and square. All right, hold. If you want, you could grab your weights, or you don't need to. I'm going to show them without first, and then you can add them. So we're going to lean back and we're going to punch across our knees. So we're just punching across with that nice lean back. The further you lean back, the more the lower core is engaged, and the more you come up, the less it is engaged. We're still working the obliques with either option. If you want to add the weights, I would suggest lighter weights. If you have them, we're going to go ahead and punch them across and hold. Back to that plank work. We've got 4 times, 4 30-second intervals left of this block. So I'm going to show you this from the side. Hands are under shoulders. You can go up to your toes. We reach front and side. So you want your back to stay nice and flat. You do that by squeezing your quads and your glutes. If you're not able to do that from your toes, you have a couple of choices. You could come to your knees in a knee plank. You could come to all fours. We're still working the core. Or you can jump your feet out super wide and come down. Let's go back to that punch with our twist. Weights or no weights, your choice. Nice flat back, and we punch across. Flat back, straight. If you start to feel your back rounding, come up a little bit. We're rotating from the spine. If the weights are too much, drop them and go here. Here we're working those obliques, but we're also working those deep muscles inside our core because our back is nice and straight. We're almost there. And come on up, back to that plank for one more time. Like I said, we have lots of options to make this a little more stable. I'm gonna try this way. One of the ones we ended with was that nice wide stance. That wide stance gives you a greater base so that when you lift your arm, you have a little more balance. The more narrow, the more you have to balance. So it's a little bit more challenging. Again, you can do this from your knees, your toes, whatever works for you. Just a few more seconds. Hold. Back to that punch. Hey, I'd rather do it without the weights. I'm able to get a little lower and punch a little more so I can really work that core a little better. You do you. Whatever works for you. So rotate. This time I'm going to try and move a little faster as I punch over that knee. Really feeling those obliques working. We're almost there. We've just got a few more seconds left. Obliques are killing. Just about 8 seconds. Come on. Almost there. And hold. All right, listen. Quick drink of water. We've got our first block done. Our next block is our longest block. We've got 30, 30, 30 work. What that means, 30 seconds of move 1, 30 seconds of move 2, then 30 seconds of move 3, no break. We then recover for 30 seconds. Everything's 30. We have 2 different sets in each the strength, cardio, and core section. So this is a big chunk of our work today, but it changes a lot. So you're gonna really, it's gonna go by pretty fast. Our first exercise is a simple squat. Here's my puppy. She's not really a puppy, she's almost 6. We're just gonna start with a simple squat. The weights are gonna be stacked up, so it's a front squat, and we're gonna go down and up. Grab your weights. We have 3 seconds. And just the squat, down and up. Just a squat. So each of these builds from one another. We're gonna be squatting a lot in this one. So let's start with that squat. Knees and toes line up. Your butt goes back. So from the side, you can see the butt goes back and the back stays nice and straight. When the bell rings, we're gonna go into a press, just a press, no legs. So let's go now. Press up and down. So the arms stay parallel. So you make like an 11 with your arms. Pressing all the way up and then in, working the shoulders, feeling that core and the back work as we bring the arms down. When we go for the next 30 seconds, we're combining the squat and the press. Ready? Let's go. So it's a squat, press, squat, press. She wanted to make her appearance today. So this is one good movement. If you can, you have the option of doing the squat and then the press. But to be honest, if you use your legs to press, it makes that press a little easier. Boom, a little more power there. Last one. All right, nice break. Put the weights down. We need to rest those shoulders. We need to rest those legs. We have our second set of strength, 3 new exercises. The first block focused on our push muscles, the muscles on the front. This is gonna focus a little more on our back muscles and the backs of our shoulders. So front of the shoulders, front of the legs was the first exercise. Second is back of the legs and more back of the shoulders. So let's grab those weights. One foot is in front, one foot is staggered back, just like a kickstand. And we're just doing a deadlift. So just a simple deadlift. Our back is nice and straight. Our head makes a straight line from our head to our tailbone. The weights sort of travel down along the front of our leg. So if you had a barbell, you'd almost like roll down the front of your leg. Next up, we have that upright row, just an upright row. In the upright row, the weights stay close to your body. The elbows drive up to the sky, and it's nice and controlled. You may be starting to feel your back working. It's beautiful. When we hear the bell, we're just going to combine those. So just like the first set, we're doing move number 1 and 2 combined. Let's go. So it's a deadlift, row. And you can make it one fluid, or you can make it 2 separate moves in a row. So for this one, it doesn't really help to do the deadlift to come with those weights, so it doesn't really matter, except that we're able to do a little more reps. You're probably starting to feel that back of that front leg. Yeah, me too. All right, hold. Put the weights down. We're going back to our first set. We have the squat, the press, and then the combination. We have a couple more seconds to go before we need to get ready. And then we've got these 2 exercises and we're done our strength section. You guys ready? Let's go ahead and start to grab our weights, get ourselves set up. Feet are just outside the hips, toes slightly turned up. Pull the weights up to your shoulders. And we've got a squat, just the squat. So this time, let's try to get our elbows towards our knees. That just means we're gonna get a little deeper. When we get our elbows, we're not bending forward, we're bending our knees a little bit more so we can get lower. So instead of bending forward to get our elbows, we're just bending our knees and sitting our butt back, putting our weight a little more in our heels. Now let's just do the press. Straight up and down, straight up and down. There you go. Now you want to keep sort of a hollow belly. The weights are in front, and squeeze that belly in, almost like you're sucking in or you're laughing. Laughing's a little better. That's going to keep your belly nice and tight. And when that bell rings, we're combining them. Oh, come on, bell, let's go. Shoulders are talking, and here we go. Again, elbow to knee, and then press up. That's it. We've got this. Shoulders are on fire. How are you feeling? Yeah, me too. Come on. We've got this. Just a few more reps here. Come on. Push, don't give up. This is where it's hard, but we're gonna keep going. And hold. Put the weights down. All right, whatever leg you did last time, we're doing the other leg for our single leg deadlift or a headstand. I did the left, now I'm gonna do the right. Just breathe. We've got a couple more seconds. Let's grab our weights. Get that nice stand set up so we've got our foot in front, a kickstand slightly bent in the back, palms facing the back, and we're gonna go for that deadlift. Deadlift, nice and straight back. All right, so we're leaning over that foot, feeling a nice stretch in the back of the hamstring. We only want to go down as far as we can with keeping our back straight. So if you start to round your back, decrease your range of motion And the more we do this and the more flexibility we get, the deeper the deadlift we can do. Now let's just do the upright row. Upright row. Pull up. Do you feel the lats or the big muscles in the back working as you lower the weights? They're helping control. Doesn't that feel good? Working the back of the shoulders, the tops of the shoulders, differently than we did before, but just the same. We're almost there. Come on. Now we're gonna add them together. Deadlift, row. Deadlift, row. You can make it one smooth movement or two separate movements. Your choice. And hey, if your shoulders are dying and they can't do more, maybe just do one arm. And then on the other time, the next time, you do the other, so we alternate. Whatever works for you so that you finish this set really strong. And hold. Guess what? We're done our strength. We've got 2 new sets of cardio, 30, 30, 30. Again, same timing, but different exercises. This is gonna really drive that heart rate up. The first block works mostly with our squats. All right, our second block is gonna be more movement forward and back, sagittally. All right, our first move, we have a drop squat. So we drop out, in, knees and toes are out, chest is up. If you want, you can step it out, drop squat. That's it, drop the butt down, keep the chest up. When the bell rings, you have the option of changing up. We're gonna go to a side squat. Knees and toes are forward in this one, back is straight. You can stay with this, or you can add a little hop to the side to side, a little lateral movement, bending our knees, using our hands. The focus is on getting down and pushing up. The next one, when we hear that bell, we're gonna stay where we are and squat jump. In the center, squat, jump. Straight in the center. If you want, take out the impact right here. And if it feels good, you can add a butt kick. If you're here, you could squat and lift one heel. You choose. Just a few more seconds. Come on. Come on, we got it. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Heart rate's up. Second set of cardio. I said we're moving forward and back. We've got ladder runs, we've got jacks, and we've got runs. So I'm gonna scoot myself back a little bit. We have our first exercise. It's a ladder run forward, ladder run back. We're gonna go 4 forward, 4 back every time. 3, 2, 1. So ladder run in and out, and then go backwards. All right, in the ladder run, slight hinge on the hips, light on the toes, in and out. If you want, you can take out the impact right here. Keep working, just don't jump. Don't go quite as fast. All right, now, slight hinge, chest up. Next up, we have a jack forward and back. Out, in. You can keep your arms here, or we can add a little out and in. Forward and back. So you're traveling, which activates a little bit different. Come on, we're almost there. Then we just got a straight run forward and back. Come on. Now, run, 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 run. So we're just running forward and back. If you want more, when you hit the back, tuck jump. Forward, back, jump. Forward, back, bend your knees to land, Keep your chest up in the tuck. Done. All right. How you feeling? We're done. You know what it is. You know what the 2 exercises are. Round 2, we do them better. Right now, just breathe. However you breathe best, do it. All right. We've got 5 seconds, and we've just got the drop squat. 3, 2, 1. Drop in. Getting the legs ready, sinking the hips down, the toes go wide. Come on. This is all about that depth, getting low. When the bell rings, we take our drop squat and we move side to side, but we change it to a more narrow squat. So to the side, side. Or if you're taking the impact out, sink low so you can get those legs and then come up high in the middle. That's really gonna get the heart rate up. Keep going. You know what's next. The straight squat jumps. Come on. Keep going. 3. Stay in the center. Squat. Jump. You can stay with that. You can butt kick. You can take it to your toes. Or kick it. Just keep working. We're almost there. Come on. Fight to finish. It's hard, I know. Come on. Almost there. And hold. Wow. I don't know about you. That was tough. Just breathe. 20 more seconds until we go to the ladder runs. So that's 90 seconds of cardio, then we switch it to core. Just breathe. All right, 4 ladder runs forward. Feet start wide, like you're running in and out of the ladder. And then back. So think about trying to stay light on the feet. So I'm gonna feel from the side. Notice that hinge, keeping my weight over the feet and staying light. Come on. The next one is going to be our jacks anyway. So you can jack here, 4 forward and 4 back. You choose, you can keep the impact. Come on, try to sink low. Moving forward and back. Come on, heart rate's up. Keep pushing. You have under 45 seconds of cardio left for now. Come on. Almost there. Now, run forward, run back. Run forward and back. You know you can add a tuck jump. Run forward, back, tuck. You choose. Come on. You can even take it to a squat. If you want to do a little more, that's it. And hold, breathe. Cardio, done. Or move it on to core. Get your mat out if you like. We have some bear position movement. So, we've got a bear, and then we've got a rocket, and then we've got a walk with our hands. So in our bear, hands are under shoulders, knees under hips. Right here, push through the palms, squeeze the shoulders down, and just hover your knees over. From the side, this looks here slightly above, back is nice and flat. If you need, come down, take a rest, and when you're ready, come back up. When the bell rings, we're gonna go what I call a rocket. So step your feet back a little bit into a plank. We're gonna sit our hips back and then forward. Sit the hips back and then shift your weight over your hands. If you're on your knees, you can go here to here. Pretty great way to work. Always getting your shoulders over your hands each time. Shift your weight back and then forward. When the bell rings, we're walking our hands forward and back. So one step forward, one, back, back, walk, 1, 2, walk, back, back. From your knees, same thing. This round, we're gonna do the same arm the whole time. That gets us a little less confused. So as you walk forward, squeeze your core and squeeze harder when the second arm goes out. So squeeze, squeeze harder. Nice low core work. All right, hold. Flip to your back. If you want, you can grab a weight for this one or two. We're gonna go into some hip bridges. Good old time favorite for strengthening the back. Heels are by the hips. Weight can be on top of your hips. Shoulder blades and head in the mat. Back is gonna be in a neutral position. So nice curve at the bottom. And when that bell goes, we are just gonna do some hip bridges. Pushing up through our heels and then coming back down. So push up through the heels and then come back down. Nice strong push at the top, squeezing our glutes, feeling how the back of the body is working. So our first core exercise focused a lot on the stability of the front of the abs and the obliques. This one focuses a lot more on the back. So from the low back, the glutes, to the back of the legs. Let's go ahead and pulse it at the top. So just a tiny movement at the top so that you're feeling your glutes working. Do you feel that work? Just that little movement. This feels so amazing. Back of the body working, glutes are on fire. So you might be feeling this in your glutes, your hamstrings, your low back, even your core, your legs, the front of your legs. When the bell rings, we're gonna walk it out and in. So walk your feet out, out, in, just like we did in that first exercise. We're walking it out and in. You can make it small or you can make it bigger and feel a little more of your hamstrings. Always coming back to this lifted position. If the weight becomes too much, go ahead and put it down and do what you can. So just work in a way that works for you. And hold, come down. All right, we have our planks again, our bear. The 3 different ways we're doing our bear, rocket, and a walk. A couple more seconds to recover. Let that core relax. How you feeling? It is a beautiful spring day today. Where I am, I'm here in Maryland, but with that comes pollen. That feels great. All right, let's go into that bear. So we are just holding nice static movement. This static position helps create stability in our core and the deep muscles of our abs working hard. So that's our transverse abdominis, or the deep core muscles supporting our spine. So that's what this is doing. This is really focusing on the stabilizing muscles. We're going to go into that rocket. So shifting back and then forward. We've got this. Just back and forth. Now you might notice your quads talking to you. That's because your legs are doing a lot of work in this one and in the bear. Even though it's a core work, it is also working the quads, the shoulders, the back, everything. All right, we're taking it to that walk out. And then from your knees or from your toes. That's it. Almost there. All right, awesome. We're gonna flip to our back. All right, remember you can grab that weight. You don't need to. But if you want that little extra, you can add it. Put it on top of your hips, just right on top. And when that bell rings, we're going for that hip bridge. Let's go. Up and down. Simple hip bridge, really working on the back of the body. It's important we train all sides of the core. We have to forget about the back of the body because we can't see it. But we want to work on that too. Let's keep working. When that bell rings, we are going to go into a nice pulse at the top. Pulsing, pulse, little movements right here, just focusing a little more on that glute, really feeling the work. Come on, push it, oh, come on, that's it. Squeeze your butt, keep your hips high, and hey, work as hard as you can. If you need to take a break, do so. We've just got a few more seconds here. Now we go to the walk out and in. Whatever foot you did last time, do the other one this time. I did my left, this time I'm doing my right. If you don't remember, maybe just alternate. And remember, if you could do it better without the weight, that's totally cool. Do it without the weight. It's better that way. Just a few more reps here, and then we are done. Our big, huge middle block. Oh, relax. We've got one more final block of work. This one's a little quicker. It's called coach calls. We've got 6 different coach calls. You've got 1 minute. We have a movement that we do steady for that 1 minute. And during that move, I'm gonna call something like, I don't know, bicep curl, press something, and you're gonna do it. All right, so we're gonna get started. Our first 2 will focus on strength, our second 2 on cardio, and our last 2 on core, just like the rest of the workout. So when you're ready, grab your weights and let's get started. Our first hold move is an isolated bicep curl. Squeeze the elbows in, 90-degree bend in the elbows. Core is tight. When I call a move, we do it. Ready? Bicep curl. Do 1 full curl. Just breathe, keeping that nice and steady. Bicep curl. Awesome. Most of these are going to be bicep related. External rotation. Out, in. External rotation. That's it. Bicep curl. Bicep curl. Press all the way up. There we go. Hold, just hold it, and done. Recover. Next up, you can have your weights or no weights. It's up to you. We're gonna hold a lunge, and then we're going to do different things. We're gonna pulse maybe, we're gonna jump it, we're gonna change it, whatever. Step 1 foot back, knee out, and drop. So just hold here. Just hold it. Now, nice core tight brace. No weights or weights, your choice. So, up and down, up, down. Up and down. Pulse. That's it, stay low, stay low. Change legs. Up, down. That's it, come on, up, down. Pulse it. Come on, keep going, change legs. Low, just hold, change legs. Just hold it, pulse it. Come on, come on. Change legs. Pop, boom. Ah, balance there. Change legs. Pop. And hold. Wow, we're done our strength. We just have our cardio next. We have a side bounce. That's our movement. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a couple things to do. Maybe a snowboard. I'll show you. So side bounce, side to side, side, side. Just this lateral movement. Snowboard. Then we go back to our side bounce. Snowboard. Try to alternate the directions. Drop squat. Back to that side bounce. Come on. Snowboard. Drop squat. Come on. Go as wide as you can. Snowboard. We're getting, sorry. 15 seconds. Come on. Snowboard. That's the pup. She must hear someone. And hold. All right, one more cardio. This one, we're gonna hold jumping jacks. I'm gonna call things. Maybe a burpee, maybe an air jack, things like that. So just a jumping jack. Let's go. Out in. Knees out, heels pressed down. If you want, take out the impact right here. Air jack. Then you go back. Burpee. Back to the jack. Burpee. If you don't like the burpee, just drop it. Air jack. Air jack. Burpee. We're almost there. Burpee. Come on. A few more seconds. Air jack. And hold. Awesome job. All right, up. Now, we've got our last one. Here's our core. Come down into a nice plank position. That's our holding move. So, plank position. Shoulders over hands, butt squeeze, knees or toes. We're gonna call frog jump. You just jump in and out. Try it, frog jump. If you're on your knees, walk in and out, or up to your toes. Frog jump. Mountain climber. Hold the plank, push through your palms, flat back, frog jump. Mountain climber. Plank, hold it. Jack. Mountain climber. Frog jump. Just breathe. Push through your palms, we've got this. And come down. We're gonna go all the way down to the ground. We have our Supermans, and we've got swimmers. We've got sprawls, or X's. So eyes are down, hands are long. We're just gonna lift our hands up and our toes up. Reaching long for the front and the back. Nice and long. Pulling the belly in, swim. Back to Superman. X. Back to Superman. Swim. Superman. Swim. Superman. X. 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 Hold. Superman, come on. Swim. Superman. X. X. Swim. Come on, X. Swim. Hold, Superman. Hold it. Reach long. And down. Awesome job. Good, and let your head rest on the mat. Take one hand and grab one foot for a nice quad stretch. This is just stretching the front of the leg. It feels really good. Pulling the foot to the butt. Now let's change legs. Squeezing the foot to the butt, nice and long. Take your foot down, take your hands by next to your chest, and push up into a cobra, squeezing your butt to stretch the back and the front of the body. Let's bend those knees and go into our child's pose, stretching the low back and the shoulders and the upper back. This feels amazing. Great way to release the hips and your back. Let's take one leg forward for a hip flexor stretch. Reach that arm up and over for a tricep stretch. How do you feel today? Did you do awesome? I know you did. I had a lot of fun with this class. This was super fun. Went by super fast. We did a lot of work. Pretty much hit every aspect of fitness today. So let's keep working. Let's keep doing hard things. And I'll see you next time.